I snapped at my boyfriend for asking me to Google something. I, 22F, have been with my boyfriend, M24, for over 3 years. Since we started dating he has always asked me to look stuff up while he's on his phone. How far is this place to us? What year did this car come out? What does this term mean? And so many more. From the start I've told him to look it up himself and he always has a reason that I need to do it for him. He's watching a video, he doesn't want Facebook to reload, he's sending a text, etc. Well, today I snapped. We were on the phone while on lunch at work and he asked me to look up some car thing. I had just told him the night before how frustrated it made me since it happens all the time. I snapped at him saying he has a fucking phone and he should use it. I'm not his personal assistant. I don't exist to Google things for him. He then started with the excuses and I told him solutions for each one that I've already told him many times before. He got mad that I sounded hostile and I said it was because I've had to repeat myself so many times. I'm sick of it. I just really needed to rant and have no one to rant to, so if you got this far, thanks for reading and I hope you have an amazing day. I just captured photos of a stillborn baby. About 3 years ago I captured images of a friend of mine, her husband and their stillborn baby girl. I firsthand saw how much those photos meant to them and how much they cherished them, still to this day. I have been a birth and family photographer and a doula for a while and have always tried to make sure people know I offer this service at no cost to families. People don't remember in the moment usually though or know who to call. These are often the only images they have of their baby and certainly the only professional ones they will have. I was contacted by the head of a labor and delivery yesterday who said she remembered talking to me before about how I offer bereavement sessions and that a mother just delivered a stillborn 39-week gestation baby. I arrived as soon as the family said they were okay with it and captured every detail of baby that I could for them. These are the most heartbreaking sessions I have ever done, but without a doubt, the most important ones. I spent 8 hours straight today editing these photos. My normal turnaround for galleries is often up to 4 weeks, especially now during busy season, and just delivered the gallery to them, less than 24 hours after they were taken. I cried some and just reminded myself that all this baby knew is love. I spoke with the bereavement coordinator at the hospital today and I have officially joined their team as their bereavement photographer. I will be adding another person to my team and also training some L&D staff on how to use the hospital camera to capture images, in the event that I am not able to make it to one of them. I will also be working with them to put together care packages to hand to the parents in the event of a loss as well. I feel so blessed to use my talents to help others. Truly. Now my body feels the toll of the heaviness of these types of sessions, so it's self-care time. A bubble bath to start and some journaling. I just needed to do a little vent/spill about this, get it off my chest as it is very heavy and I sometimes just need to get things like this out in the open in order to work through these things. I'm blessed to do it, but doesn't mean it's not hard, especially if you're an empath. The worst thing someone told me when I was planning my 2-year-old son's funeral. Last year, my son died in his sleep. Peacefully, at least I hope so. We found him the next day and our world crashed. Was literally interrogated by police hours after we found him to rule out abuse, murder, etc. Of course that was not the case, we still don't know what happened. Stupid coroner and forensic scientist blamed COVID. Anyway, all of our family came in for support. We scheduled a time to meet with the funeral home to make arrangements. The entire time, I was a mess. Shaking, nose running, couldn't understand what had to be done in that moment. Walked back to the room where you look at caskets and almost collapsed in the hallway. Made the decision and pushed my mom and mother-in-law out of the room. My mom got angry and left me there, didn't answer my calls, didn't let me know. Nothing. I made it back home and the day after the funeral I told her, stop making everything about her, this is about us and my dead son. She got upset with me and left her own house. Needless to say, our relationship has been surface level ever since. Found nudes of my female classmate I've studied with for 10 years since primary in the same class. I'm a guy and while I was in my search for the night I randomly fucking found my friend's nudes online which probably was uploaded by her boyfriend. I'm traumatized and lost my erection right away when started finding more and more blatant clues including face, that it was her. She's been in my close friend circle for 11 years even after graduating high school and we had fun out in groups together during college. I have no idea what to do. She is from a very conservative Hindu family so don't know what she would do if she gets to know about it. I can't tell this to anyone but I also don't want it to spread anywhere. What do I even do? Don't want to mention how I know it was her for the sake of her privacy. I'm shaking while I type this out. My doctor refuses to tie my tubes. So I am young, I'm 24. And I'm already a single mom. I do everything myself and haven't got a cent from the baby's father. I had a horrible pregnancy that put me in the hospital 6 times. I had to do weekly 4 treatments the whole time and by the end I had to give birth to her early because she wasn't gaining weight and I was losing weight. Anyways, she is the love of my life. I don't know if I ever want any more kids but I know I don't ever want to be pregnant again. My doctor knows that I went through all this. He told me he won't tie my tubes and he gave me 3 reasons. I'm too young. which I knew was going to come up. I only have one child, again seems like a decision I should be able to choose. And the third reason is what has confused me and I can't get it off my mind. 3. I'm not married. That seems very bizarre to me. Like another person is needed to sign off on my decision. I also don't really plan on ever getting married unless it benefits us more to be married. But that shouldn't even matter. I explained to him that this isn't me deciding that I never will have more children. If the situation arises where I do want another child, I will adopt. Or if my partner wants a baby biologically, we can look into surrogates. If I can't afford that, I can't afford a child, lol. It's my body. I might be young, but I know what I want for my future and it just feels so weird to me.